Westview High School on the map officially in Class 2A.
And the Westview Warriors go to 25-3 on the year. Troy Neely wins his second state championship.
Hostetler. Oh, tough move by Scott Hostetler. Bounce pass to Rensberger. And he puts it in off the glass. Now he'll pump it up from the left side and hit. Looking to grab. That's trouble when you find Yoder that wide open.
Welcome back to Westview High School and the 2021 NECC basketball tournament. Second round here in this bye matchup. It's the Westview Warriors and the Hamilton Marines going at it for the second time in less than a week. The Warriors coming out on top 70-13 last Friday and bring a 7-2 record into tonight's game against the Hamilton Marines, who have not won a game yet this year, and they bring an 0-6 record into tonight's action. Tonight's game is brought to you by our platinum sponsor, Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana, with two locations, south of US 20 on County Road 75 North, and then Davis Mercantile in downtown Shipshewana. Our silver sponsors are Hyde Auto Body, US 20 West in LaGrange, Eden Worship Center, Topeka Do-It-Best Hardware at the Blinker Light in downtown Topeka. Also, Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street in Topeka. By Freedom Finish Works in Topeka, your local source for powder coating. Also, Dale's Dependable Handyman Service. Dale is the right man for the job. And LaGwana is serving our customers with creative solutions. Our bronze sponsors are Topeka Pharmacy, your friendly hometown pharmacy. Also, Lehman Insurance and Financial Group in Topeka. Our passion is protecting yours. By Jerry's Standard Service in Middlebury for your automotive repair and tire service needs. And also Topeka Clinic on Lehman Drive in Topeka. By Dutch Blessing Floral in Shipshewana, featuring floral arrangements and gift baskets for all occasions. And by Mold Mob, located just west of 5 and 20 in Shipshewana, or call them at 260-214-1250. And also Precision Financial Group with local advisors Andrew Landgraf, Adam Christner, and Ryan Yoder. Jerry Hostetler along with Jamie Miller with you at Westview High School tonight. And we've got a repeat of two teams that played last Friday night. Rather lopsided contest, to say the least, Jamie, and
yes,
probably we can expect pretty much the same thing tonight.
Yep, 70-13 in the last game. I think the key last game is coach had really focused on, I think, defensive intensity and denying the passing lanes, and I think the team did a good job of that. We got a lot of points off transition. I don't think our execution against Hamilton's zone was all that great, but we did get what we needed to do, obviously, to come out with a convincing victory. So tonight, I think we'll try to see more of the same. We'll try to jump their screen and rolls, try to force the ball out of the ball handler's hands, because Hamilton does struggle with ball handling. And so between that and let's execute better against the zone tonight. We do have Mason back in the lineup tonight, or I assume he'll be in the lineup. He may not start, but he'll be available. I think he's down there and dressed.
The information that we gathered before the girls' game from Coach Bentley was that he'll play the first and third quarter, or first and fourth quarter, one of the two.
Okay.
The starting lineups for tonight, 3 of them are already out for Hamilton. Caleb Lepper, sophomore. Ryan Poole is sophomore, number 20. Number 40 that just came out is Jackson Stuckey. Dawson Miller also in the starting lineup, and rounding out their starting lineup, number 42, Caleb Krieger, a junior. And now for the Westview Warriors, they'll start with Ben Burkett, a 5'8 senior. Number 23, Lyndon Miller, a 5'11 senior. Drew Litweiler rather, a 6'4 senior. Luke Miller, a 5'11 senior. And rounding out the Warrior lineup, number 33, Brady Yoder, a 5'9 sophomore.
And so essentially Brady, or I can't get it straight either, Lyndon in instead of the normal starter, which would be Mason.
Right.
So he must not be starting the first or third or fourth quarter, just playing in it.
Apparently, yeah, getting him loosened up and back into game form, I think.
That's right. Yeah, because Friday night will be the semifinals, and assuming things go as expected here tonight, we will play either Central Noble or Cherubusco, which should just be a fantastic game tonight.
Boy, that's
at Lakeland High School.
I think if we didn't have a game here, I would pretty much go over and watch that tonight. But
yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Tip is controlled by Westview. Burkett with the ball out front for the Warriors.
Hamilton in their 2-3 zone, extending the top out a little bit.
Brady bounces it off the foot of the Hamilton Marines, Jackson Stuckey. So Brady Yoder will inbound for the Warriors to the right of their own basket, extended. Litweiler drives it down the lane, dishes it off left side. Back to Litweiler, now Luke Miller has it deflected right into the hands of Ryan Poole of Hamilton.
Well, as you see early on, 2 deflections on the first possession for Hamilton. So if you're Hamilton's coach, you got to like that activity on defense.
As we mentioned last time, Justin McKnight, a former player of Ryan Yoder, the Westview girls coach who coached varsity basketball over to Hamilton for a few years. Lepper with it out front. He didn't start last game for Hamilton, but he ended up getting a lot of playing time.
I think he was their leading scorer on the year.
That's what the information he had last time showed us. Ball tipped away on the miss from Hamilton, and back comes Litweiler for Westview. Good pass back and forth from Luke Miller to Litweiler, and can't finish on that.
Drew was running down the court acting like he got fouled on the shoulder that time, and he might have. I didn't see it. That's too fast for me from up here.
Lepper gets it to Cool. Cool has it knocked away. Brady Yoder with a loose ball. He'll give it to Litweiler. Wide open. Burkett lays it in.
Well, when we really got rolling in the second quarter in the last game, we got our transition going just like that, and when you shoot nothing but layups, the points add up pretty quickly.
Cool with it out front for Hamilton. Drives it to the free throw line and gives it up to Lepper. His shot's going to be well short on the 3 attempt. Saved in bounds by Cool, but right to Brady Yoder. Brady drives it into the lane and gives up to Lyndon Miller. Lyndon, left side, Brady for 3. Got it.
See, that was assisted by, was that Lyndon that threw it out there?
Yes.
Yeah, good.
Nice pass. Nice crisp pass.
When you go, especially against a zone, if you can go inside out, it really gives you wide open opportunities on the perimeter.
Driving is Krieger, and we have some contact under there. It's going to be a foul on Westview. And that's going to go against Lyndon Miller, his first, team first. Cool looking to inbound. Tries to get it to Krieger, and it's deflected out of bounds by Lyndon Miller. Wow, an upset. Dan just checked. In a girls' game, as Garrett got upset by Angola. I'll give you more details on that later. Litweiler drives, puts it up on a steal, got it.
Good active hands that time by Brady down on defense. The Hamilton player just was holding it out in front of him, so Brady said, okay, I'll take that.
Big guy, Stuckey, turned around, banks it in off the glass for Hamilton, their first 2 tonight.
Yeah, Hamilton ran some kind of a quick break that time and threw it in the post, similar to what we tried to do on transition, and they got an easy shot out of it.
Brady shot from the right side from 3, no good. And rebounds pulled down by Krieger. Krieger up court to Kuhl. Kuhl tries to drive on Brady. They'll give it to Krieger. Shots up, no good. And the rebounds pulled down by Litweiler once again. Drew drives it down the lane, gives off to Linden, puts it up, got it. Timeout called by Hamilton. 9-2 is our score, 4:36 to go, opening quarter. We'll be back right after this 30-second timeout.
Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana invites you to visit their expanded showroom filled with a complete line of solid hardwood custom-made furniture for your entire home. You'll also find a wide selection of recliners, couches, chairs, and many more home furnishings to suit anyone's taste. Weaver Furniture, located just south of US Highway 20 on County Road 75 North. Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana, family owned and operated since 1989.
So as Dan mentioned, the Angola girls upset the Garrett girls by a score of 44-38. So that puts a little bit different look on the girls' brackets. Westview's girls won earlier tonight, 58-7 in the opening game, and they will face Lakeland as Lakeland defeated Prairie Heights 49-29, 20-point win for the Lady Lakers. So we'll travel over to Lakeland on Friday night to bring you probably both of these games, but it's too early here to call it. Kuhl puts it up off the glass, misses a shot, tipped away. Burkett grabs it, and back come the Westview Warriors. Lyndon Miller, left side.
Looks like we're slowing down a little bit here to run a set.
Didn't Hamilton play a little bit of man on Friday night? Or am I not thinking right? They're playing 2-3 zone now.
Yeah, I can't remember. I think sometimes they're...
Seems like they opened up with a man-to-man, and then most of the game they were in that 2-3. But
yeah, they extend it sometimes, and it kind of looks like they're in
man,
either man or a matchup zone where they kind of follow the ball.
Right. Brady with a steal, and he drives it, puts it up and in.
Yeah, nice smooth layup with his offhand.
Right. He's a lefty. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll be Westview ball on the turnover. Brady will inbound in front of the Westview bench.
That was a pass there that probably only a first baseman with a good glove could have caught.
Scoop it. Linden comes out. Drew comes out. Coming into the ball game is Mason, coming off a concussion. So he's going to get a little bit of playing time tonight. Trying to ease him back into action. Also in is Caleb Horry. Caleb with the basketball. He'll give it to Luke Miller. Right back to Caleb, and he puts it up and in. Good work again by Westview.
Yeah, good movement without the ball that time by Caleb.
Kuhl drives it left side. Gets it out front to Krieger, almost backward violation over and back, but he was able to corral it. Kuhl to Krieger. Krieger bounce passes the left side, stolen away by Burkett. He'll drive it, put it up, and scores. 4 for Ben, both layups. One from the left side, one from the right side.
He had a career high in the last Hamilton game, I believe, didn't he, 10?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, Dan said he had 13.
Yeah, 13 is his career high. Driving, putting it up is Kuhl, and he got it. Burkett fakes the three, goes to Brady. He'll take the three, misses. Caleb Corey with the putback, and it's good, but it's not going to count as he went up over the back, so he'll be whistled for the foul.
That's why they give you 5, so you can be aggressive. Sometimes you get away with that. Well, what was it? Last game, 14-6 after one quarter?
Yeah, your memory of that's maybe better than mine, but that's...
Okay, so we're not too far off that total.
15-4, shots up now. 15-6 as Krieger banks at home.
Well, Hamilton's focusing right now on going inside. They have a little bit of a height advantage in there, and they're taking advantage of it.
15-6 with 1:44 to go in the opening quarter. Burkett out front. Works it left side to Brady. Now to Caleb. Back to Brady for 2. And now that's a 3. Second 3 of the night for Brady. He struggled a little bit on Friday night from 3-point range.
Yeah, he finished the game on a roll.
Yes, he did. Early going, he just couldn't get it to go down. Dawson Miller, turnaround jumper is well short. Goes out of bounds. It'll be Westview basketball. As you can see, both bleachers are pulled out. Both sides of the bleachers are pulled out tonight. First time this year. Well, maybe not the first time. But we have a few Westview fans across from us and right here in front of us, and also Hamilton brought a few. Parents and siblings 17 and older are allowed in. Steal by Luke, and he takes it length of the court, puts it up and in. 17 and younger, I correct myself there. It's not 17 and older are allowed. The siblings of players that are on the roster, the tournament roster. Mason with a rebound, quickly up court. Burkett to Luke, and he puts it in. Again, good work by Westview. 22-6. 10 seconds to go, first quarter. Cool travels with the basketball. He was double teamed out front by Luke Miller and Brady Yoder. Forced the turnover with 8.3 to go in the first quarter. So a correction also, Ben Burkett, his high is 14 points, and he had 14 on Friday night instead of 13. Shot by Brady is long, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. Westview leads it 22-6 over Hamilton. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this 60-second timeout.
There's nothing more embarrassing than an air ball. You get the ball, you take the shot, not even close. Hard work pays off on the basketball court, but when it comes to God, no amount of hard work will ever be enough. The Bible says that all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God, and so it's by grace that you've been saved through faith. This is not of yourself, it's the gift of God. That means your only hope is to put your trust in Jesus today. Friends, this is the playbook. Find out what it has to say.
If you're looking to replace or repair your home appliances, Topeka Do-It-Best Hardware is your local stop for Amana, Maytag, and Whirlpool appliances. Featuring in-home and in-store service and parts on most makes of home appliances. See JJ for all your appliance needs at Topeka Do-It-Best Hardware, an authorized Whirlpool and Maytag service center for over 40 years, located at the Blinker Light in downtown Topeka. Call them at 260-593-2973.
We're back at Westview, getting ready for the second quarter here. Westview leading 22-6 over Hamilton.
One game we talked about earlier, Jerry, was Cherubusco against Central Noble tonight, which I'm assuming is playing right now. And one interesting on that game is Cherubusco leads the state in offensive scoring, 84.11 points a game. And if you take out the game they played against us, in which they only scored 48, they're averaging 88 points a game for the season. And they're playing Central Noble, who is 8th in the state in defensive average at 39 points a game, 39.7 points a game. So
that should
I would not expect Cherubusco to hit 100 like they have a lot lately, but they are a tough offensive team.
They certainly are. They're geared to offense, no doubt about it, and that should be a great ball game tonight. And that is down at Cherubusco. Cherubusco won last night 108-60 over Prairie Heights. Inside, Mason puts it up off the glass and good. Driving is Dawson Miller. He puts it up, misses his shot. Dylan McLinnis grabs it, gets it out to Miller. Can't get the shot off. It's partially blocked and into the hands of Burkett. It's deflected. Mason grabs it, tries to put it up, can't do it. But right there is Caleb Corey for the putback.
Yeah, Mason was a little far under the backboard on that one.
But man, he almost got that to go. Yeah, he was way under there.
Those Yoders and their long arms.
I know it. Shot up, knocked away. Grabbed by Brady. Brady feeds Mason and he puts it in. Ideally, that would have been a lob dunk, but didn't quite work out. Full timeout called by Hamilton. Go ahead, Jamie.
Possibility anyhow, but.
That could happen. 28-6, 6:49 to go. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
If you're looking to replace or repair your home appliances, Topeka Do It Best Hardware is your local stop for Amana, Maytag, and Whirlpool appliances. Featuring in-home and in-store service and parts on most makes of home appliances. See JJ for all your appliance needs at Topeka Do It Best Hardware, an authorized Whirlpool and Maytag service center for over 40 years, located at the Blinker Light in downtown Topeka. Call them at 260-593-2973.
Never miss a big game by downloading the IHSAA TV app for free on any device. For your iPhone or Apple TV, check the App Store. On your Android or Android TV device, load up the Google Play Store. Have a Roku or Amazon Fire Stick? We have the app for you. Check us out on Facebook Live, Twitter, or YouTube Live by searching for IHSAA TV. Or as always, click to ihsaatv.org for quick and easy access to your favorite IHSAA live and archived events.
Hamilton inbounding after the timeout, 28-6. Hamilton trailing Westview. 6:45 to go in the first half. Cool. It's at right side to McLymans. Back to Lepper. Lepper can't find the shot. He'll give it to Dawson Miller. Drives the baseline. He's met by a pair of Westview defenders. And the ball's blocked away and into the hands of Lyndon Miller. Now to Burkett. Ben takes it right side of Brady. Back to Ben on the wing. He'll cross-court it to Brady. Mason at the elbow inside. We have a traveling violation on Caleb Corey. Nice move by Caleb, but he took an extra step. Jackson Stuckey coming back in for Hamilton. Coming out of the ball game, number 34, Dylan McLymans.
Well, in the NECC tournament, teams that have to play 4 games to get to the championship have a disadvantage, I think, over the teams that play 3. And so us starting with a bye and then playing a team that we can rotate, guys in and out pretty liberally is an advantage, definitely. Now you have to get there first for it to have much of an effect, but teams like Cherubusco and Central Noble played last night, then they're playing tonight, then they have a day off, they could potentially play 2 more nights. So playing 4 out of 5 nights is tough.
And that's going to be, probably a pretty hard-fought battle. You're not going to be able to rest very many of your players on either side.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tonight, the game down at Cherubusco with Central Noble and Cherubusco. Drew Miller into the lineup for Westview. Also coming back in was Drew Litweiler. Burkett brings it up. They'll get it out front to Drew Miller. Now to Drew Litweiler, left side to Brady Yoder. 28-6 is our score. Westview with a big lead. Drew Miller has it knocked away. Loose on the floor, picked up by Lepper. Lepper brings it down. And now Drew comes down and ties him up, but they're going to call a foul. That'll be Drew's first foul tonight. Ryan Kuhl will inbound for Hamilton. Inbound comes into Kenny Sheik. Sheik out front to Dawson Miller. Quick pass inside to Stuckey, back to Sheik. He'll put it up, miss his shot. Rebound, Caleb Corey. He'll get it to Drew Litweiler. Drew goes right side to Brady. He'll put it up and in. 10 for Brady. Out front, Caleb Lepper goes right side to Sheik. Sheik to Cool. Back to Lepper. Lepper drives, puts it up, short, rebound Brady Yoder. Brady across the timeline, feeds Burkett, right back to Brady, right back to Burkett, right back to Brady. Shots up, good.
Both of them are open on each pass, but it just kept going until they kept getting more open.
Third three of the night for Brady. He has 13 altogether. 33-6, Westview with a big lead. Ball, errant pass inside, and it's picked up by Caleb Corey to Brady Yoder. Ben Burkett left side. Out front to Brady to swing it around to Drew. Now inside to Caleb, and he'll put it in. Caleb with 6.
Well, the intensity Hamilton came out with in their zone has waned a little bit. Now you can see passes are much easier to make and people getting wide open, easy shots.
Another steal. Brady will take it all the way down. He'll put it up, miss, but he's fouled. It'll be a 2-shot foul coming Brady's way. 4:01 to go. So Caleb Corey has reached his career high of 6 points. Scored 6 off the bench already tonight. Brady Yoder hits free throw. First free throw of the night for Westview. Also on girls action tonight, Fairfield defeated West Noble 53-44. So they advance, and they will play Angola on Friday night in the semifinals. And that will be played at Angola. Driving, putting it up, Luke Miller, and he hits. 6 now for Luke.
Well, I've coached on teams that had difficulty with basics, such as getting the ball across half court and getting into your offense. And as a coach, there's only so much you can do. You can call timeouts, you can scheme, but if you can't do the basics, which is dribble the ball and pass it, you're very limited. And so that's where they're at right now. We're getting a lot of easy layups off that, and they just have to keep working and get better at their skills. And once you can do that, a lot of other things fall in place.
Cool. Tries to work his way in, does. Shots up, no good. Drew Miller comes up with a rebound for Westview. He gets it up to Luke Miller. We got a Burkett, now Litweiler for 3. Bangs out, and the rebound is pulled down by Dawson Miller of Hamilton. Driving is Lepper, and he stepped on the out-of-bounds line, so it'll be a turnover on Hamilton.
One thing we've definitely improved on, and I don't know if it's the opponent or not, but our help side defense, I think, is in better position tonight than what we've seen. We're not giving up easy baseline drives.
Yeah, we struggled a little bit, even the last game down at Hamilton, it seemed like. Drew Miller cross-courts it to Luke, inside to Drew Litweiler, and he puts it up and in.
This is a really unselfish bunch.
It sure
Almost
is.
every time they catch the ball, there's an open shot for somebody, but they keep passing until they get something a little bit easier.
Sheik with a 3, and that won't go. Rebound, Bucky Lehman. He'll get it to Litweiler. Drew tries to feed Luke Miller. It's deflected out of bounds by Hamilton, so it'll be Westview retaining possession. 41-6, 2:33 to go first half. Westview in the lead. Girls defeated the Lady Marines earlier tonight, 58-7. They'll advance and play Lakeland at Lakeland on Friday night. Jumper off the baseline by Drew Litweiler off the inbound pass is good, and Drew has a half dozen. Lepper brings it up for Hamilton. He'll drive on Luke Miller, pull up on the baseline and give off to Sheik with a long 3. It's long. Litweiler with the rebound down to Burkett. Layup is no good. Rebound pulled down by Luke Miller. He'll get it out of trouble. Inside to Litweiler. His shot's no good. Put back is up and in by Drew Miller. Who is that guy?
I don't know. I'm not sure how he got that jumping ability.
Yeah, he got up in the air on that. Inside the lane in amongst the trees. Got the putback. Foul underneath on Westview. That's going to be on the big guy. Bucky Lehman picks up the foul. So, did his mom jump?
She must have been able to in her.
She's the one with leaping
in her younger years.
Lepper gets it to, or tried to get it to Krieger, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Westview ball on turnover. Drew Miller will inbound for the Warriors.
I think the only time I ever touched the rim is, you come out in your pregame warm-up, and this was back in the small gym when it was packed and, the atmosphere was electric.
Fired up.
Your first game of the year in the varsity, I mean, you're so jacked up, you could feel like you could do anything.
Yeah.
As long as you don't trip over your feet, you got a chance of getting up pretty high.
The adrenaline's moving.
But
I thought you were going to say when you were cutting down the nets of the tournament.
That was only the second time.
Oh, okay. Burkett inbounding. He'll get it way out in front to Luke Miller, now to Drew. Back to Burkett. Minute 23 to go, first half. Drew Miller to Burkett, inside to Litweiler. Fakes, tries to go up with it, knocked away by Hamilton. The Hamilton defense, I didn't see who got their hand in there, but it'll be Westview ball.
We were running a set right there, and they covered it up pretty good, so we just kept moving it.
Burkett gets it into Luke Miller, now to Drew Miller.
It's clear we want to work on something here. I mean, shots are coming almost too easy, so let's work on a play that we might need against the team when it's a tight game.
Burkett inside to Drew Litweiler. He'll put it up. Got it.
Yeah, we'd like to see Drew get down in there again and get some points. He's really a key component if we can throw it in there, if he's scoring or even passing out of there.
Stuckey with it out front for Hamilton.
Well, the last game, the second quarter was really the quarter where our offense really kind of clicked. And this has kind of been the same in this quarter. We had, 22 after the first quarter? And
right.
25 this quarter, 27.
Litweiler again, he has 10 now. Yeah, they came out offensively pretty hot here in the second quarter.
Well, we definitely want to keep the intensity up because, well, Friday night we're going to have
it'll be a different story.
And we've played this team back to back.
Yeah, I know.
So we haven't had a grinder, tough game for a while.
Right.
Other than the East Noble game would have been the last one.
That's a question I was going to throw at you at halftime, how that can affect the team when you play a team. I mean, nothing against Hamilton, but to play a team like of this caliber.
Yeah, well, you just have to be truthful. I mean, it's not a challenge.
Right.
And it's more of a challenge in practice. And so, but there can be some advantages. You can get in a flow, and sometimes they can get your confidence going and make you more susceptible, more likely to make a shot when you're open.
Right. So we've reached halftime here. Westview with a commanding lead, 49-6 over Hamilton. And I believe Dan will get mic'd up, and we'll have Jamie and Dan scoring and stats in 2 minutes.
Mold Mob in Shipshewana provides an environmentally conscious approach to mold, moisture, and odor removal. Mold Mob gets to the source of the problem in a way that is effective, affordable, and protects the planet. Mold Mob's indoor air quality services don't just cover up odors, mold, smoke, or other toxins. They remediate with treatments that denature bacteria, fungi, and other toxic substances for cleaner air. That's Mold Mob, just west of 5 and 20 in Shipshewana, or call 260-214-1250.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street, Topeka. Mouth-watering home-cooked goodness, all in a friendly down-home atmosphere among friends and neighbors. Different daily specials, all-you-can-eat fish twice a week. Scrumptious buffets featuring our fried chicken. And then finish it off with a slice of fresh-baked pie. Eat in our large dining room or carry out at 260-593-2988, and now offering delivery within 10 miles of Topeka.
Oh. Okay, back at Westview High School, where Westview at halftime leads Hamilton 49-6. Yes, you heard that correct. 49-6. Hamilton missed the extra point on their only touchdown, so that's where we stand. Hamilton had 6 at the end of one quarter, did not score in the second quarter. They have very balanced scoring tonight. Ryan Kuhl has 2 points, Jackson Stuckey has 2, and Caleb Krieger has 2. So let's move on to Westview. Westview has, everybody that got in the game has a basket. Is that right? No, not Bucky. Bucky was in the game.
Bucky's
he
the only one.
Basket. He's the only one that doesn't. So let's start at the top number-wise. Ben Burkett had 4 points. Mason Yoder in limited time had 4. Drew Miller added a bucket for 2. Lyndon Miller had 2. Drew Litweiler has 10. Luke Miller has 6. And Brady Yoder leads us tonight with 14. He's got 3 3-pointers, 2 2-point field goals, and a free throw. And Caleb Corey has tied his season and career high, I believe, with 6 points just in the first half. So I would expect that will probably change in the second half. So balanced effort. The guys are just out there having fun, passing around. It's basically whoever's closest to the basket gets the ball at the end and scores. That's about what it seems like right now. So we jumped out to a 22-6 lead in the first quarter, 27-0 in the second quarter. And so we have our halftime score 49-6, and Dan has a few other stats that might illuminate why we have the score we got.
Well, of course, turnovers is always going to be a big thing. I guess it's not huge, but we have a 10-4 advantage in the turnover department. 10 turnovers on the Marines. Huge rebounding advantage. Although again, there's not been a lot of shots missed from either side. It's just that Hamilton hasn't taken very many. But we have 14 rebounds, they have 6. If you look at shooting percentages, though, inside the arc for Westview right now, 19 of 23. That's 83%. If you're shooting 83%, you're probably going to win your game. We're 3 of 7 from three-point range, so altogether from the field, that makes us 22 of 30, or 73%. So we're
that'll do it.
From the field, 73%. They are 3 of 10 from inside the arc and 0 for 2 outside, so that makes them 3 of 12, or they're shooting 25%. So we're shooting almost 3 at a clip, making about 3 times as many of our shots as they are, and we're taking a lot more shots. Like I said, we have 30 shots, they have 12. I think that's probably the big story right there. It's just, and the other thing that would be really interesting, and I don't keep those stats, but would be to know how many assists we have.
Yeah, and that's surprising. You said we have 30 shots and 4 turnovers.
Right.
So we've had 34 possessions, if you go by that, and Hamilton has had.
Well, and yeah, I guess so. Yeah, two offensive rebounds only. But
okay.
I guess that's still considered another possession, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I guess technically, yes.
So you're right. 34 possessions. Yeah.
And then Hamilton 10 turnovers and 12 shots. So they may have had a few more turnovers. It's hard to. Is it a turnover? Isn't it? I don't know.
Well, and sometimes on those rebounds, if they get knocked out of bounds, do you count it as a rebound, or do you count it as a team rebound? Do you count it as a turnover? You got it, and then you turn it over.
Yeah. The hidden stats. So regardless of hidden or visible stat, they all favor Westview. dramatically tonight.
But yeah, keeping them scoreless in the second quarter. So, when we played them Friday night, we were only up by 8 at the end of the first quarter. It was 14-6. Tonight, 22-6. And then we actually scored 29 points against them in the second quarter last Friday night. 27 tonight, but they scored 4 last time and 0 now. So, yeah. So the halftime score, what was it, 5 days ago, was 43-10, and tonight it's 49-6. And I guess if they're not careful, we might end up hitting 100 here too.
Yeah, as a coach, you want your guys to keep playing hard, and you just can't feel, I hate to use the word pity, but you don't want to let up regardless what the score is. You want to keep that defensive intensity, and if that means they don't score, they don't score. It's their job to score, not our job to let them.
Well, the other thing to consider tonight, we only have 9 guys out there dressed tonight. None of the JV players are out this evening. Do you know why that is, Jamie? Is there some kind of...
They have a tournament on Saturday, a 4-way tournament.
But still, this is only Wednesday night, so it seems like they could have. But
yeah, I
guess what I'm saying is, though, even if he puts the bottom of his bench in, it's still going to be pretty tough.
Everybody's played, so it's not like his starters have been in there the whole time. We're not shooting an overabundance of threes trying to run the score up. We're just playing good, hard defense, and we're shooting layups.
Right, yeah. Those, like you mentioned during the game, those transition buckets and layups are going to add up pretty fast.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a quarter limit for a week for JV or not in the NECC week.
There might be.
Possibly is, since you would play 2 games on Saturday, regardless if you win or lose. I think they have a loser's bracket. So that's my only guess. I don't remember from when I coached in that, but that would be my guess. Otherwise, you would think there'd be a few more up here that could get out there and get their first varsity action.
Yeah, well,
or second, depending on who comes up.
Yep.
One thing, gaining the bye in this tournament, maybe you don't need as many numbers on your roster in games like this, because you're not playing 3 games, you're playing you're playing 3 games, not 4 games.
But it's almost more like a practice game in actuality for these guys. They probably work just as hard or harder in practice than they do here tonight.
Exactly.
Speaking of the next game, we have an update. After 1 quarter, Central Noble 28, Carabusco 18.
I'm saying Asigian, is that pronounced right? Asigian must be hitting his threes. 28 points in the first quarter. Wow.
Well,
so you say 28 what?
28-18.
10-point lead. Wow.
So I think Central Noble had that through 3 quarters against when we played them the first time.
Yeah, they scored as many in the fourth quarter as they did the first 3 quarters, didn't they?
Yeah, well, Busco has had they've played several weaker opponents in a row, scored a lot of points, but sometimes you get a little bit sloppy on defense. And Central Noble is one of those teams that if that happens, they can score in bunches. But the other note, Central Noble and Cherubusco are a combined 18-2 on the year. Guess who those 2 losses from?
Westview. Yeah, both of them.
It's just
they had not played each other yet in regular season.
They play each other the 29th.
And they're playing on a neutral court tonight. They're playing at Prairie Heights, is it?
That's right.
Lakeland.
Yeah.
No, the girls, Prairie Heights girls had won. They're in the top, so they were playing at Prairie Heights.
Okay.
Yeah.
But in either case, it would have been a neutral court.
Right. Yeah, I think I had mentioned they were playing at Busco because I was looking at the top team. But that follows the girls.
Well, very entertaining game there, and the 2 just very gifted offensive teams. And for us to be at the record we're at right now, it's surprising, I guess would be a good word to put it. It's not like we got lucky and won those games. I mean, we dominated Busco. Now, granted, that was the first game of the year for Cherubusco, and they have 3 freshmen in their top 6 players, so they did that game.
Right.
And Central Noble caught fire late. I wouldn't want to play 2 more minutes in that game.
Wow. Yeah, that was getting scary.
Yeah, it was. So tomorrow night, I keep saying tomorrow, Friday night is going to be, it's going to be a challenge. So if you look at the overall rankings.
Okay, actually,
take a break.
I just got another score here. Fremont over Angola, 21-14, about halfway through the second quarter.
Okay. Fremont over Angola, 21-14.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, Fremont. See who they beat last night.
They beat Garrett.
Beat Garrett. Okay.
63-52. Yeah.
And in Class 2A rankings right now, and I've always got an eye towards sectional. In the Sagarin rankings, Cherubusco is 8th, Westview's 12th, and Central Noble's 13th.
In the Sagarin ratings.
In the Sagarin rankings, the Class 2A poll, Westview is 6th, Central Noble 8th, and Busco's all the way down at 15th.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. That big of a difference.
That's a little surprising. Right. I think sometimes a team loses early and they kind of get overlooked for quite a while.
Right.
So I would say if things go as expected by sectional time, we're going to have 3 teams in our sectional in the top 10. And it's just a typical sectional anymore. It seems like it's like that every year.
It's either Prairie Heights or Central Noble. Westview's always up there.
And let's see, Eastside. Eastside got beat last night, but they are in second place in the NECC conference standings. They're, 3-0?
Yeah, I have them at 3-0 and 6-2 overall.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised to see them near the rankings by the end of the year. And then Bremen, by the way, they beat Penn a couple of weeks ago by 1 point, which I don't know how that happened, but
I keep thinking Bremen's going to switch sectionals, after a while, but they keep coming.
Yeah, so we have Westview, Eastside, Cherubusco, Central Noble, and Bremen in our sectional, and then Prairie Heights and Fairfield.
Right.
So here I am looking ahead 2 months already, but not quite 2 months.
And we're talking as you guys watch the ball game. As you can see, Westview had a turnover. Now they have another one. That was a steal, and then Litweiler ended up bouncing out of bounds there, so it's going to be Hamilton's ball. 49-6 as we begin the second half. Lepper with the ball.
Hamilton will probably come out with a little more intensity this half, get refocused in the halftime.
Dawson Miller feeds Lepper inside. His shot's a nice soft shot, and it goes up and in. I'll take my score sheets back.
Oh, yes.
Thank you. All right, we'll get it together.
Catch up on Hamilton's there. Drew scored that one.
Drew with his 12th point tonight. 49-6. Dawson Miller with it. Litweiler on him. Bounce pass inside. Cool. Had it on the baseline underneath, but looked up toward the basket and lost the handle. Goes out of bounds. That'll be Westview ball.
And Brady jumped in the passing lane there, kind of like a defensive back who doesn't hit the football in the pass, but he distracts the receiver, and that's kind of what he did there.
Cause the
incompletion.
Incompletion, right. Yeah. That's exactly right. Brady Yoder down on the baseline to Luke Miller. Out front of it come to Burkett. Back to Brady, now to Luke.
Yeah, Hamilton in a 3-2 zone.
Shots up, no good. Offensive rebound by Lyndon Miller. Can't get it to go. Knocked away. Dawson Miller picks it up. He'll give it to Lepper. Caleb Lepper gets it down low to Krieger. Krieger throws it to Brady Yoder. Knocked out of his hands, but Lyndon Miller picks it up. Lyndon goes to Burkett. Now to Brady. Brady down low to Litweiler. Inside, Luke puts it up. Can't get it to go, but he's fouled. Once again, a demonstration of unselfish play by the Warriors on offense.
Yeah, with the way Hamilton's playing that zone right now with a 3-2, we're getting wide open from 10 feet on the baseline. And I don't think we know what to do with it. We're like,
yeah,
literally there's no defense you can play where you're going to be wide open from 10 feet normally.
Short on a free throw by Luke. He'll get one more.
How many free throws have we had tonight?
Yeah,
Brady had a couple.
1 out of 2. Oh, did he? Okay, so Brady's 2 out of 2, and now Luke's 1 out of 2.
Well, it's interesting when you're ahead 49-6 and the other team only committed 2 fouls in the first half.
Yes. Litweiler, baseball pass up to Brady. Burkett, good feed to Linden, and he puts it in. 4th for Linden. 54-8, Westview. Cool. Down low on the baseline to Dawson over in the corner. He'll take it down low on the baseline. Tries to put the shot up. Blocked away by Drew Litweiler. Pass up to Burkett. He'll give it off to Lyndon Miller, and he puts it in. 6 points now for Lyndon. 56-8.
Well, Coach Bentley's been up and intense this half, really trying to get us to focus out there.
Cool bangs it in off the glass.
Human nature when you're up this amount to let down and not be quite as intense, but thinking ahead to Friday. Litweiler with another basket there.
14 points now for Drew tonight. Came in with a 16.1 point per game average. Timeout's called by Justin McKnight, and it's going to be a full timeout, so we'll be back in 60 seconds.
Furrup May Funeral Home in LaGrange serves the surrounding area with dignified and personal funeral services. Furrup May provides pre-planning, traditional funeral services, traditional cremations and simple cremations, as well as monument sales. Call to discuss your needs with a knowledgeable funeral director, Lowell or Brian May, licensed funeral directors who will help you honor the cherished memory of your departed loved one. Call 260-463-3131 or visit their website at furrupmayfuneralhome.com.
Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street, Topeka. Mouth-watering home-cooked goodness, all in a friendly down-home atmosphere among friends and neighbors. Different daily specials, all-you-can-eat fish twice a week, scrumptious buffets featuring our fried chicken, and then finish it off with a slice of fresh-baked pie. Eat in our large dining room or carry out at 260-593-2988, and now offering delivery within 10 miles of Topeka.
We're back at Westview after the full timeout called there by Justin McKnight, the head coach of the Hamilton Marines. 58-10, Hamilton will be inbounding. Ryan Cool inbounds it to Caleb Lepper.
Update, Central Noble leads Busco 38-28 at halftime. Angola is up 25-21. Wait a minute, that wasn't 38-28, it was 38-32.
Right.
Right, I had that wrong. 6 point lead for Central Noble.
Hamilton will once again try to inbound. Cool, once again in front of his bench, gets it into Lepper. Lepper bounce passes it right side to Krieger. Krieger inside to Cool. Back to Krieger. Into the paint. Tries to bounce pass it to Cool, and Brady Yoder was right there to grab it on the steal. Litweiler hops inside, can't get it to go. Pulled out by Lyndon Miller to Drew Litweiler, back to Burkett. Now Lyndon, now Burkett. Brady for three from the corner, and he can't get that one to go down, and a rebound to Cool again. Ryan Cool brings it up. Loses his footing, picked up by Brady Yoder, up to Burkett. Burkett lays it up and in. Ben's had all three of his field goals have been high percentage shots, layups tonight. Yeah, another steal by Brady. Shot by Lyndon on a reverse layup is good.
On the possession before that, Brady shot a three from the corner on the far side of the court, missed it, sprinted all the way back to the lane on this side of the court, moved his feet, got in front of the guy, and caused a turnover. So that's a great play, especially by a sophomore, to keep his head up, sprint back down the floor, and make up for the missed shot. And then he stole it again on the next possession for good measure.
He's a player, I tell you. Got some good genes going there, too.
Yeah, I think.
Lyndon hits a free throw. 9 now for Lyndon. 63-10. Lepper gives out to Cool. Cool left side to Stuckey through his hands, chases it down. The Cool, or rather Dawson Miller, has it deflect off of his hands, and now going back and forth here on turnovers. Lepper down ball off the body of Dylan McClymans. It's getting ugly out there.
Your fear as a coach is that you start getting sloppy, and that carries over to the next game.
Right.
So we'll keep it crisp here.
Mason Yoder into the ball game. He has it. He'll give to Brady. Burkett inside from Luke Miller to Litweiler, and he puts it in for his 16th point tonight, all coming from the field. 65-10, 3:04 to go in the third quarter.
See, we only had 70 in the last game against them.
Yeah, that's true.
We
70-13.
Yeah, if I remember right, we scored 1 point, 1 basket or 1 point in the last 4:42 of that game.
That's right. Yeah, it was.
So we didn't finish real strong that way.
No, we didn't. 9 points now for Luke Miller. He puts in a shot. Cool. Drives it into the paint. Picks up his dribble, tries to get it to Lepper. He saved it from the over and back violation. Burkett to Litweiler, and he puts it in, and he's fouled. Drew started the first quarter with just 2 points, but he put 8 on the board in the second quarter and now has 8 here in the third and a chance to make it 9 if he can complete the free throw. Burkett comes out. Drew Miller comes in. Caleb Corey also came into the ball game. And Lyndon Miller came out for Westview. Shot by Litweiler's no good. Offensive rebound, Caleb Corey to Mason. His shot won't go down. Tipped up, and we're going to have a foul as Litweiler reached up to try to get that put back, and he went up over the back. So he'll be called for the foul.
So 20-4 advantage so far this quarter. Which is kind of a letdown after the second quarter.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
Pick it up. 69-10. Yeah, we're only 1 point away from our total score in that game last Friday night. Tipped by Drew Miller. Mason, and now who got that basket? Brady put it in.
That.
Brady with 15. Brady with 17, actually. They get it inside to Cool, and then he's fouled from behind by Brady.
I'm not sure on the turnover count, but Dan, we got to have forced as many almost this quarter as Hamilton had in the first half.
Cool gets it into Lepper in the paint, and we have a whistle and a foul as Drew was trying to go for the steal there, Drew Miller, and he committed the foul. That'll be number 2 on Drew. Pass comes in to Dawson Miller. Drives the baseline. Cut off there by Drew Litweiler. Bounce pass to Cool. He'll go up over Brady and hits. Cool with 6. Mason out to Drew Miller. Between the circles. He'll go right side to Litweiler. Back to Mason. Out of Drew. Minute 25 to go. Shot by Brady, in and out. No good. Rebound, Cool. Tries to drive on Brady. Gives it outside to Kenny Sheik. On to Dawson Miller. Down low to Cool, and once again, Brady commits the foul.
This is almost the score of the last game. Was it 70-13?
Yes, that was the final. 71-12 right now, and 1:08 to go in the third quarter. So we still have 9 minutes and 8 seconds to go in this one.
Yeah, Brady's played really hard this quarter. He might be getting a little tired reaching on the last couple of post defenses.
Held ball, and on the alternating possession, it's going to stay with Hamilton. Inbounding will be Caleb Lepper. Looking, and it's intercepted by Litweiler on the pass intended for Dawson. Litweiler gets it to Caleb Corey, and he puts it in. And a new high for Caleb Corey with 8 points in this game tonight.
Our team as a group runs the floor really well, and it's especially they're incentivized because they know if they run the floor hard, they're going to get rewarded.
Good job in anticipation there by Caleb Corey as he makes the steal. Tries to get the pass to Mason. Yoder, and it's deflected out of bounds by Hamilton. It'll be Westview ball. Lyndon Miller will inbound and give it to Mason. Mason back to Lyndon. Left side of Drew Miller. Back out front Mason. Back to Drew. And now 3 by Lyndon Miller. Misses, but Caleb Corey on the offensive board. Now Drew Miller to Drew Litweiler. Back to Drew Miller for 3. And it's going to be short. Tipped around and eventually grabbed by Caleb Lepper. 9 seconds to go in the third quarter. Lepper with Drew Miller on him. Tries to drive, gets it to Dawson Miller. Now to Stuckey, and gets a shot off. Wouldn't have counted. As we've run out of time here in the third quarter. After 3, it's Westview 73 and Hamilton 12 back in 60 seconds.
Nobody wants to foul out, and even worse are intentional fouls. But every time we sin, it's an intentional foul against God. That's why Romans 1 says that when we suppress the truth of what we know God wants, we're storing up wrath for ourselves. Oh, but friends, I have good news for you. The Bible says that if we confess our sins, He is faithful and just to forgive us our sins and cleanse us from all our unrighteousness. God's Word is the playbook. Find out what it has to say.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Interesting fact that Dan just passed along, that leading scorer for Central Noble had how many points, Dan? I know you guys can't hear him out
20
there,
in the first quarter.
20 points in the first quarter. Good work by Westview underneath as Mason puts it in as we begin the fourth and final quarter of play here. Westview looking to advance to the semifinals on Friday night versus either Cherubusco or Central Noble. They're battling it out over at Prairie Heights tonight in the NECC. Ball can't be saved in bounds by Stuckey, so Mason Yoder will bring it in for Westview on the turnover. Stoppage of play is coming in will be Dylan McLymans for Hamilton, and coming out will be the big guy, Jackson Stuckey. Drew Miller, left side, gets it up top to Lyndon Miller. Now to Drew, cross court to Mason. Back to Drew. Drew penetrates, lobs it over to Lyndon, wide open for 3, but we have a whistle and an offensive foul is going to be called on Westview underneath. Didn't see what happened, but moving screen, I didn't see.
I think it's on Caleb, yeah.
Okay. Caleb's second. Caleb Corey, his second foul of the night. Hamilton, Sheik with the basketball. Ball stolen away. Litweiler gets it to Drew Miller. Layup is up and good. Good job by Drew.
Yeah, that was kind of an odd angle. I didn't know what side of the basket that was going up. I think he went right over the top, or the front. Obviously it was the top. Hamilton with a timeout.
And he didn't slam it. You know, he didn't want to show him up.
Keep telling him to quit holding back. Just throw it down, but we got a full timeout here.
77-12, 6.5 minutes to go in this ball game. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Remodeling in the near future? Dale Fry at Dale's Dependable Handyman Service is the right man for the job. Get a new look for your bathroom, kitchen, garage, attic, or anywhere else in your house. Dale is fully trained, licensed, and insured. No subcontractors, just Dale and his son, Owen, will do the job. Call 260-463-3970 or visit dalesdependablehandyman.com.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
And we're back at Westview, ready to get back to action here. 77-12, Westview leading Hamilton with 6.5 minutes to go in the ball game.
Well, Coach was a little intense, I would say. Not that timeout, but the previous stoppage. I think between quarters, because we gave up as many points that quarter as we did in the first half.
Yeah, you could tell there was a difference there.
And so we've come out a little more intense this quarter, I believe, and don't let it. You know, Hamilton's still playing hard. We need to play hard.
Kenny Sheik gets it to Lepper. Caleb Lepper drives, puts it up off the glass, and good. 4th point of the night for Lepper. We are in the 4th quarter, right? Says on the scoreboard.
We are.
Third.
5:53 to go.
Shot up and no good by Litweiler. Caleb Corey with the putback and good.
Yeah, good tough rebound that time by Caleb.
Caleb breaks into double digits in the scorebook with 10 points. Dawson Miller, Kenny Sheik, he'll get it to Caleb Lepper. Lepper to Cool. Cool tries to drive on Lyndon Miller, then tried to hand it off to Dawson, and Dawson Miller, and he was looking for the shot up underneath by Drew Miller, misses, put back up, no good, and a rebound, Lepper. That should have been a bucket somewhere along the line.
Yeah. Well, they weren't spaced real well, and the one defender in there really could have an effect on every shot.
Shot by Miller won't go. Drew Miller, that is. Caleb Corey with a rebound. Litweiler, Drew Miller passes up the shot off the baseline. They'll swing it around to Lyndon Miller. Now Litweiler from just inside the free throw line is short. And the rebound, Dylan McLyman. He'll get it to Ryan Cool. Cool to Caleb Corey, or Caleb Lepper. Cool. Down low to McLyman's. Now Sheik. He'll get it to Dawson Miller and bump inside. And that's going to go against Litweiler, his 4th. A line change for Westview. Mason Yoder coming out. Caleb Corey coming out. Drew Litweiler coming to the bench along with Lyndon Miller. Brady Yoder back in. Bucky Lehman. Luke Miller and Ben Burkett. The only one that survived that substitution was Drew Miller. Dawson Miller at the free throw line. Did he hit that?
Yes, he did.
First point of the game for Dawson, 79-15.
Well, you know, they scored a little more, but there's been more possessions this game than we had the last game.
Yeah, there are definitely. Shots up again, and good by Miller, swishes both of them.
And they have stuck with running what they came to run.
Good crisp passes by Westview. Work some clock here, work on the passing. Shot by Brady's good. New personal best for Brady Yoder with 19 points. Is that right?
Well, they have him on the scoreboard with 20.
20, yeah, I'm missing one. That's right. I was missing a free throw, I think. And we have a whistle and a foul. Is that on Brady?
I think it is.
Yes, it is. That'll be his 4th foul on Brady now.
Scoreboard has him with 3, you know.
So I was right that time? 3 for Brady. At the line is Ryan Kuhl. His shot's up and good. The first free throw that's been successful tonight. No, they had 2 by Dawson Miller just a little bit ago. Kuhl will get another, and he puts them both in.
Yeah, they are.
4 out of 6 from the free throw line for Hamilton. 82-18 is our score. Brady Yoder has it knocked away and stolen by Lepper. Surprise attack there by Lepper. Dawson Miller tries to drive it down the baseline, gives it off to Kuhl.
I think a couple of times tonight our guys were just trying to work on stuff that we just force ourselves to run a play, and instead of being aggressive, we're just kind of watching, and someone sneaks up and takes it from them. So it's kind of an awkward game.
Lepper looking to inbound. He'll get it into Sheik. To Krieger. Krieger to Kuhl. Kuhl drives, puts it up off the glass, spins out, no good. A rebound, Luke Miller. Luke gets it to Burkett. Ben down low to Bucky Lehman. Good quick ball movement. Brady Yoder, Drew Miller, right side to Ben Burkett. Burkett hits Luke Miller just inside the lane. He'll give it to Brady for 3, and that's off the back of the iron. No good. Krieger with a rebound. Outlets it to Lepper, and Lepper tries to get it to Kuhl, and Burkett almost had to steal. Ryan Kuhl.
Offense has kind of tailed off last couple of minutes here. Most of our offense tonight has come from steals and layups, so Hamilton's doing a little bit better job of entering it, getting to their offense.
Turnover on Hamilton. It'll be Westview ball underneath the Hamilton basket. Luke Miller brings it in. Nearing the 2.5-minute mark to go in this ball game. Drew Miller with it. He'll go to Burkett. They'll swing it around to Brady Yoder, back to Burkett. Inside pass comes from Luke Miller back to Brady. He misses a shot. Good offensive rebound by Drew Miller to save it inbounds. Gets a assist as he gets it to Brady Yoder, puts it in. 22 now for Brady. Career high. Sheik bounce passes it to Kuhl. Kuhl drives, puts it up off the glass and got it. 10 points now for Ryan Kuhl, the sophomore for Hamilton. 64-point lead for Westview. Down low, Lyndon Miller with a basket. Or Luke Miller, was it 31? Okay.
Now the only mystery is, do we hit 90 or not?
We're getting awfully close. 86 points, need 4 more, minute and 25 to go in the ball game. Krieger with it for Hamilton. Tries to get it to Sheik, knocked away by Burkett, into the hands of Brady to Drew Miller. Reverse layup, good. So Drew has his personal best. Drew Miller, that is, 6 points now tonight. All of them coming from the field. Interior pass is knocked away by Brady Yoder, intended for Dawson Miller.
He may have a personal best on fouls from behind the post tonight, too.
Yeah, probably.
No, he's got quick hands and makes good use of them.
Brady now with personal foul number 4. Dawson Miller's shot misses. Krieger with the offensive rebound and the putback, no good. Tipped up, no good. Into the hands of Dawson Miller. And Hamilton pretty much doubled their rebound count right there.
See, Hamilton's season high for points is 32, so they're not going to approach that tonight. But their second highest was at Montpelier, Ohio. They scored 22.
That was last night.
That was the 9th.
The 9th? Okay, so it wasn't last night.
Yeah, it was the night after our game.
That's right, yeah. The previous game. Burkett travels with the basketball, so it'll be a turnover on Westview, and it's going to be Hamilton. Ninth Westview turnover. Hamilton with 18. 26 turnovers for Hamilton. I was guessing on the 18, but Dan, the stat man, corrected me. I figured they had at least twice as many as we did. Cool with the shot. He leads his team in scoring with 12. And time runs out. Westview advances. Both Westview teams advanced tonight in the Northeast Corner Conference Tournament, as the girls were victorious earlier tonight, 58-7. And the boys are victorious here in Game 2 by a score of 88-22. We'll be back to take a look at the stats and scoring for tonight's game right after this 2-minute timeout.
Mold Mob in Shipshewana provides an environmentally conscious approach to mold, moisture, and odor removal. Mold Mob gets to the source of the problem in a way that is effective, affordable, and protects the planet. Mold Mob's indoor air quality services don't just cover up odors, mold, smoke, or other toxins. They remediate with treatments that denature bacteria, fungi, and other toxic substances for cleaner air. That's Mold Mob, just west of 5 and 20 in Shipshewana, or call 260-214-1250.
Never miss a big game by downloading the IHSAA TV app for free on any device. For your iPhone or Apple TV, check the App Store. On your Android or Android TV device, load up the Google Play Store. Have a Roku or Amazon Fire Stick? We have the app for you. Check us out on Facebook Live, Twitter, or YouTube Live by searching for IHSAA TV. Or as always, click to IHSAATV.org for quick and easy access to your favorite IHSAA live and archived events.
Remodeling in the near future? Dale Fry at Dale's Dependable Handyman Service is the right man for the job. Get a new look for your bathroom, kitchen, garage, attic, or anywhere else in your house. Dale is fully trained, licensed, and insured. No subcontractors, just Dale and his son, Owen, will do the job. Call 260-463-3970 or visit dalesdependablehandyman.com.
Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana invites you to visit their expanded showroom filled with a complete line of solid hardwood custom-made furniture for your entire home. You'll also find a wide selection of recliners, couches, chairs, and many more home furnishings to suit anyone's taste. Weaver Furniture, located just south of US Highway 20 on County Road 75 North. Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana, family owned and operated since 1989.
We are back at Westview High School, where Westview has defeated Hamilton 88-22. Westview had just a dominant all-around performance, as you might expect when you look at the score. It was 22-6 after one quarter, 49-6 at halftime. Third quarter, it was a 24-6 advantage, which led to a 73-12 advantage. And then the fourth quarter was actually relatively close. We outscored Hamilton 15-10. So Hamilton had almost as many points in the fourth quarter as they did in the first three. So 88-22 final score. Westview tonight had a balanced attack. Ben Burkett had 6. Mason Yoder in limited time had 6. Drew Miller had 6. Lyndon Miller had 9. Let's see, Drew Litwaller was second overall tonight with 18. Luke Miller added 11. Brady Yoder led Westview tonight with a personal best 22. And Caleb Corey hits double figures for the first time tonight with 10. So we had 4 players in double figures and another one with 9. Lyndon with 9. So almost 5 players in double figures. Just shared the ball really well. Lots of assists, lots of extra passes. We probably turned down as many shots as we made. And so just a very balanced performance for Hamilton. They did pick it up in the second half a little bit. After only 6 in the first half, they scored 16 in the second. Caleb Lepper had 4. Ryan Cool, a sophomore, number 20, had game-high honors for Hamilton. He had 12. Dawson Miller added 2. Jackson Stuckey had 2, and Caleb Krager added 2. So Hamilton goes to 0-7, and they will now head home and wait for their next conference opponent, which would be Well, I had their schedule somewhere here. While I'm looking, Dan, go ahead if you got.
Yeah, I just we had talked about that we were shooting 83% from inside the arc in the first half. For the game, we ended up at 80%, so we dropped a little bit in the second half, and we dropped from 73% overall just down to 63%. So, but still, if you're shooting 63%, that's probably going to be an okay thing. We did have a 23-16 rebounding advantage. The Marines did quite a bit better from the field in the second half. They were 6 of 9, so it didn't. I mean, they shot much better. They still didn't get a whole lot of shots off. Oops, I see now that I missed something here. Yeah, it looks like they 6 of 10 in the second half. But anyway, still Westview with a lot more, much higher shooting percentage, obviously, and again, still more shots. Turnovers, a huge story. We had 9 for Westview, and what did I mention there, Jerry? We had 26. I ended up with 26 for the Marines. So, yeah, I think, just sort of dominated pretty much everywhere. We didn't shoot very many free throws. We were 3 of 5, and they were 4 of 7. So they actually scored more from the free throw line than we did. But that might be the only place they did better than us.
Definitely, I would say that.
I do have a little bit of updates from the Busco Central Noble game. Son Andrew's been following it and feeding me. So Connor Esigian had 20 points in the first quarter. Didn't score in the second, and going into the fourth quarter, he now has 24 points.
Okay.
So and he has 3 fouls. So he said Jackson is leading scorer for Busco right now with 11, and Central Noble has 17 fouls going into the fourth quarter. So Busco might be shooting some free throws. So
definitely.
And Central Noble's still up 52-45 going into the fourth quarter. So up by 7.
Yep, after 3. Yep.
Okay. So we'll play one of those.
And we'll play them at Lakeland.
Right. Yeah, it'll be game 2 on Friday night, and our girls will be in action against
Lakeland.
Lakeland, yeah, of course. That's where it's being played. So.
Okay, so Lakeland, and then the big one will be a preview of the sectional, I think.
Oh, and just Central Noble just hit back-to-back 3s, so now they're at 58-45.
58-45. Yeah, I think they've led from start to finish in that game, so I think they've
13 early in the fourth. So
yeah, and I think their defense. We talked before the game about, they're 8th in the state in defensive average, which that's a big change for Central Noble.
Oh, it is.
In the past, they've been more offensive minded, and they've played a decent half their schedule already at 39 points a game, and that typically wins over an offensive.
Well, and it's
average.
not that they're slowing their offense down.
No, they're not.
That's
in fact,
the thing.
they shoot a lot of threes, which usually leads to long rebounds,
Right.
potential, easy baskets
Breaks,
on the other end. So, interesting game, but Westview tonight, victorious over Hamilton. Good tune-up game, hopefully, for Friday night. So we hope you will be listening, watching as you can, and we'll bring you the action.
Yeah, we'll go on at 5:45 from Lakeland High School on Friday night. Good to have you along tonight for our crew. Our color commentator tonight, Jamie Miller, Dan Byler with stats, and, of course, color commentator for our first game. Chris Mast doing the camera work tonight, as usual, and Jeremy Anderson was our engineer. So we want to thank all of them. Tonight's game was brought to you by our platinum sponsor, Weaver Furniture Sales, now with 2 locations in Shipshewana, south of US 20 on County Road 75 North, and in the Davis Mercantile on Main Street in downtown Shipshewana. Our silver sponsors are Hyde Auto Body, US 20 West in LaGrange. Also, Eden Worship Center, Topeka Do It Best Hardware. Also, Tiffany's Restaurant in Topeka. Freedom Finish Works in Topeka. Dale's Dependable Handyman Service. By LaGwana. Also by Topeka Pharmacy. And by Lehman Insurance and Financial Group in Topeka. By Jerry Standard Service in Middlebury. Also by Topeka Clinic. By Dutch Blessing Floral in Shipshewana. And by the Mold Mob in Shipshewana. Also Precision Financial Group and local Precision Financial Group with local advisors Andrew Landgraf, Adam Christer, and Ryan Yoder. So that'll do it for tonight. Both the girls and the boys were victorious and will advance to Lakeland on Friday night. So for the entire crew here at Westview, thanks for